the comments that I made were in no way, and I spoke to several fans this past weekend. Uh, they were in no way meant to be a jab at anybody or a lecture to anybody. It was meant to be as a 38-year veteran who has stood out there and been at the airports and had fans come up. And like I said before, yeah, it's a pain in the ass at times, no doubt about it. But if you want in this game, if this is the business you want to be in, then stop your whining and your crying and your snowflaking and stand up and be who you claim to be. If you want to be on that television, on this powerful juggernaut, worldwide juggernaut, and somebody goes, oh my God, it's Sasha Banks, or it's Shane Douglas, or it's Chris Jericho, or whoever it might be, then you swallow as much BS as you have to. You be polite to them in the moment, and you walk on. Now, if somebody's out in your bushes taking pictures of you taking a shower or, laying next to your girl, your boy, your husband, as it may be, or your partner, I guess I must say now, if it's something like that, now you got a bitch. That's stalking. That's stalking. That's real stalking. But when you're in a public place and you're a public figure, like Paul Stanley said, yes, if you want to be a politician, don't bitch when you have to wear a tie. It's very, very simple. You're in a public place. You don't suppose that Michael Jordan, Ben Roethlisberger, take your major sports hero du jour, and you don't think that they find it cumbersome at times when they're out in public to have to sign an autograph or take a picture? Yeah, I'm sure that I know definitively from personal experience that they do. And yet that's what you sign on for when you come into this game. Otherwise, put a mask over your head and you can be a wrestler. You can be a superstar wrestler, sports entertainer, whatever you call it, on the WWE, and nobody will know your face. What's ironic to this is everybody knows I'm a big Kiss fan. I've read all 4 books from all 4, Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Gene Simmons, and Paul Stanley. And you know what all 4 of them say? Because back in the day, when nobody knew what they looked like without the makeup. Nobody had pictures of them, and every month in all the rock magazines, there was a picture of Paul Stanley, quote unquote, but it wasn't. It was Mike Gorby from the Babies or somebody. Ironically, all 4 of them say that the anonymity that they had gotten from that, they despised. That they would walk down a street someplace into a music store or a record store or a guitar store, and nobody would recognize them, and it would drive them crazy. So, again, not trying to lecture anybody, but just stating this as somebody who's been in this business for nearing 4 decades. If you want to be in this game, then you don't bitch and cry and moan and whine and whine when somebody comes up and wants your autograph. Yes, it's a pain in the ass at times. No doubt about it. That's what you sign on for when you sign on for becoming a superstar in the WWE on all the social media, on television, in publication, and all the rest. You don't think that, I don't even know any of the major stars today, but you don't think that, like all the movie stars that walk around that have, the photo bombs and all the media following them and the cameras hiding there every time they walk into or out of the place, you don't think they find that to be a pain in the ass? I'm sure they do. I'm certain they do. And yet, when they go to that mansion that they move into, because of the money that their career has brought them, they sit back and say, hey, it ain't so bad. Honestly, I don't see where the conundrum is to anybody. And like I said before, it's a very simple formula. If you don't like, if that is so intrusive to you, if that is, and I'm not just saying to Sasha, I'm saying to Sasha, to Seth Rollins, to Jericho. I just don't follow their show, so I don't know what everybody said along the way. But to anybody that is put off by somebody, quote unquote, bothering you at an airport or at a grocery store or at a convenience store, very simple. Take yourself off, call Mr. McMahon and say, Mr. McMahon, it's been wonderful working for you. I appreciate all the opportunities, but I'm going to quit. Thank you very much. I assure you, in 2 or 3 months tops, maybe 2 or 3 days by today's standards, you'll be forgotten and nobody will bother you. Very simple.